Hi everyone, this is Mayank and welcome back to the channel. So today we'll discuss about one very important topic that is not related to stock but somewhere related to personal finance. The topic is that whether you should foreclose our loan or not. So whenever we receive call from our relationship manager or any other offering us a personal loan, they give us an option that we can foreclose our loan after 1 year by paying around 4 to 5% of interest on the principal amount. So most of us think that okay, after 1 year, right now money is shortage, so I'll take the money and I'll use it for pay the interest for EMI for 1 year, and after that I'll get some money in some other means, salary or some other savings, and I'll pay back that loan, and I'll become debt free. So that's a good option that you want to become debt free. That's a good decision. But once you take the loan, whether to pay back the loan after 1 year, whether that makes a sound decision or not, that is what we're going to discuss in this video. The idea is that you somehow manage to get that amount, so you have the money, so you can use the money in any way you want. One way you choose is to foreclose the loan and get a feeling of being debt free. So we'll discuss that feeling, whether that is rational or not. We'll understand whether there is optimum use of your money or not, and then we'll come into conclusion that if not, what is the alternate way. Also, we'll discuss in this video. So let's jump into the discussion part. I'll minimize the screen now. So I have to take help of 3-4 screens here. So one is EMI calculator, one is compound interest by Grow, and there's one spreadsheet I have, which is I'll share the data here. And this tab I'll close, and screener I'll give you some options also. Using screener, what you can do if that is not the optimum way to foreclose the loan. So we'll assume that personal amount is taking 10 lakh because since banks are giving a lot of less interest rate right now for 10 lakhs. So we assume that you are taking a loan of 10 lakh, and also for ease of calculation. Interest rate, assuming that you are getting a lowest right now is 10.5 or in some case even 10, and some 0.51% processing charge on that. Together the least you can get is 11% from any nationalized bank of good private banks, SDFC, Axis, ICICI, and this kind of banks. You can get around 11% interest. Third assumption is that you are taking the maximum allowed time period, that is 5 years for a personal loan. These are three assumptions I am making, which is more or less more realistic in current times. And if you do this, you get a loan EMI of 21,742. This is the EMI what you're getting. Keep a note of this. And now if you have started paying this EMI in span of 1 year, so I have taken the date as January 2021 instead of October 2021, because I want to see the entire 12 months spectrum, how much you're paying in a entire year. Now, so after doing this, total amount you're paying is 2,60,909, so almost 2,61,000. Out of which your interest is 1,02,000 and your principal is only 1,58,000. So if you see total interest, whatever you're paying, if you calculate everything, it's somewhere around 1,40,000, 1,80,000 and 194. So around 3 lakhs you are paying total interest to the bank on a loan of 10 lakhs. Out of 3 lakhs, 1 lakh you are paying the interest in first year itself. So basically you are paying 1/3 of your interest in the first year itself, and then you got an option to foreclose. So the total amount remaining to foreclose is 8,41,245. This is the amount what you need to pay plus 4% of foreclosure charges. So any bank will charge you close to minimum 4%. Some in case charge 5% also as foreclosure charges. 4% plus GST of 18% on the interest. Right. So this much you will pay, close to 4.25% you will pay on the case of your foreclosure amount if you want to close the loan. So I'll open the calculator here. I'll just remove everything. So this is, we'll calculate here. So 8,41,000. So 8,41,000. I'm assuming 8,41,000 itself. You will pay plus your interest is 0.425% minimum with GST. So it's 0.0425. So 4.25%. So this comes around 35,742 plus the principal foreclosure amount 8,41,000. So total you pay is 8,76,742. Ease of calculation, write as 8,77,000. So here I'll remove this data. So total with total foreclosure amount is how much? 8,77,000. So foreclosure amount you need to pay is 8,71,000 or 77. 8,77,000. So this is what you need to pay. Okay. And then total with EMI, how much will you pay? If you continue to pay the EMI, if you don't want to foreclose, suppose you don't have money to foreclose, and if you have money and if you don't even want to foreclose, how much will you pay? So remaining 4 years, first year anyway you have paid, remaining are 4 years, 21,742 into 48. So if you go in that direction, 21,742 into 48. So you are paying 10,43,616. We'll take it 10,44,000. Okay. So 10,44,000 you will pay if you continue paying the EMI. 10,44,000. 10,44,000 you are paying with EMI, and if foreclose you are paying 8,77,000. So total money what you are saving if you go through the foreclosure route is 1,67,000. This is one calculation. Second calculation, scenario 2 is that by any chance, this generally doesn't happen. Okay? This generally doesn't happen. But if by any chance the bank agrees that okay, you don't pay any foreclosure charges, you pay only, no extra charges, you pay only foreclosure amount. In that case, you will be paying 8,41,000 only. So I'm just calculating the best case scenario for you, whatever happened. So that you don't feel like I'm taking the numbers and I'm giving you a false view of the things. So 8,41,000 is the EMI you're paying. Sorry, foreclosure amount you're paying is 8,41,000. Sorry, and this is the EMI which you are anyway you will pay if you continue paying that, right? So this is C3 minus B3. So this is the money what you will save. It's 2,03,000 is the difference what you will save. Okay. So this is B2 minus C2. This is B3 minus C3. Should be B3 minus C3 to look it more less confusing basically. So this is the money which you will save 2,03,000 if your bank doesn't charges you any foreclosure charges. Okay. Now considering both the scenarios, we'll see what calculation happens. Now this is one scenario. Now suppose you decide that okay, no, this might not be an optimal solution. I'll go for such other option. So other option is that suppose you invest this money 8,77,000 foreclosure amount. You invest in any investment opportunity where there are minimum 10% compound interest return. So there are a lot of options where you can get this kind of returns. One, you have companies like Grip Invest. Okay, sorry, I have companies like Grip Invest. Then you have options where you can buy real estate properties, which not real estate properties. Basically, we invest in commercial real estate using a lot of other companies do this. I'll give that link in the description if you're interested in discussing those kind of options. I'll give the link in the description. You can invest that money and invest in some commercial properties. They will also give a minimum 10% compound interest. There are a lot of options for earning 10% compound interest. So we'll put to grow. We'll enter this amount 8,77,000 is the amount. We put as 8,75,000 only. Okay, 877 is the amount. We'll put as 877. Why to change the numbers? 877 and minimum rate of interest. What I'm saying is you're getting 10% compounded. And since remaining is only 4 years, 1 year you already paid. The 4 years is the calculation what we are assuming. So 4 years compounded annually is the total interest what you are getting if you invest is 4,07,016. So assume you invest 4,07,000. So this is what you are going to get. Total profit is 4,07,000. 4,07,000. Sorry, 4,07,000. So this is what you are getting. So difference, if you don't pay the EMI, instead of paying the EMI, you invest in a particular compounding instrument. EMI you will get is profit you will get is 2,40,000. That's the profit. Return will be 4,07,000. So why should you go to foreclose the loan? This is the minimum return you can get. Now there are a lot of stocks which give you around 20% easily compounded annual growth rate. For last 10 years they have been giving and they will continue to give because they are a brand and they will give. Okay. Now assuming that you invest in that kind of a stock opportunity, so and get a return of 20% CAGR. So if you get a return of 20% CAGR, the return what you get is 9,41,000 is the profit what you will get. So 9,41,000 is the profit what you will get if you invest 20 stock instrument where you will get 20% return. So your difference is 7,64,000. So this is the difference you are seeing. If you foreclose the loan and if you don't foreclose and invest in stocks, this is the difference what you can see. 7,64,000. This is a huge amount of difference in 4 years. So why the hell on earth you will decide to foreclose the loan after paying 1 year of interest? Because the bank has collected 1/3 of their interest. You are paying 1/3 of an interest and then you are paying 5%, around 5.25%, 5% on foreclosure charges also. So they will collect almost 40% of the interest. If you go for foreclosure, remaining 60% only you save in a span of 4 years. So that doesn't make sense at all. This is what the number shows. Now, if you say, okay, let's suppose understand the scenario where you are paying no foreclosure charges, what will happen? In that scenario, we'll put this amount there, 8,41,000, and check how much changes happens. 8,41,000. Okay, so we'll change it here. 8,41,000. If you see 10%, 10%, then the return will come around 3,90,000. So this is not much difference. No, 4,07,000, you make 3,90,000. Sorry, 3,90,000. Still, you are making a profit of 1,87,000. So that's also a huge difference, right? Let's suppose what happens if we multiply the interest to 20%, which are our stocks. Sorry, 20% is 9,02,000. Instead of 9,31,000, it's 9,02,000. So this is the money what we'll say, even if the bank doesn't charge us with foreclosure charges, and the amount of money you will make is a difference of 7 lakh. So this is the money which is on, and this is a difference what makes compared to your foreclosing the loan and not foreclosing the loan. So 7 lakh is the amount what you will get profit difference. So you can see how much difference it makes whether if you invest in a particular if you foreclose the loan or not, or whether you find a investing instrument. Risk-free investment I'm talking about, not talking about some risk investment where you will not get return. The chances of not getting return. 10% compounded, there are a lot and lot of options in the market if you have a good amount of money. For 50,000, 1 lakh, you don't have much options, but if you have 8 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh, there is a lot of options where you can compound it much more than 10%. 20% is very ideal in some of the stocks. Give you an example, few stocks are suppose HUL. Okay, a lot of people would have talked about a popular stock. If you just don't say anything, just go for this particular section where they display the stock price CAGR. For every past 10 years, they're giving a return of CAGR of 23%. For 5 years, they give a return of 26%. We are talking about 4 years, so let's stick to this point. 5 years, they've given a return of 26% CAGR, and HUL is some company which is a risk-free company. We know the brand and everything. So 26% get return blindly if you invest all the money in HUL and sleep at home. This much return will get 26%. There are a lot many companies. If you go for Dabur, so just I'll tell you Dabur. If you search for Dabur India, so Dabur India also given return of close to 17% in 5 years. That even much more than your 10% what you are getting. 17%. There are lots and lots of options. Go to Britannia. So I'm talking about only companies which you don't need to do any analysis. Just blindly go and invest. Britannia. If you say Britannia CAGR for last 5 years is 19%. So there are lots and lots of companies. I give you example of HUL, Britannia, and then give you example of Dabur. There is one more company called Nestle. Let's see how Nestle performed. So Nestle, if you see CAGR for last 5 years, 23%. So there are lots and lots of stocks in that market which you can invest blindly and forget the money. You'll get much better return than your foreclosure of loan. So this was the analysis video whether you should foreclose the loan or not, and how you can make more money by not doing so. So this was the video whether you should foreclose the loan or whether you should invest in some kind of a compound instrument and make more money out of it. So if you think this video is helpful, if you think it's an awareness for you and what to do, what not to do, please like the video, hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you're new on the channel, and give me your feedback in the comment section so that I can create more and more videos like this along with stock discussions. Thank you so much for watching. Stay happy, stay safe.